Hey everybody, what is going on? Have I got an amazing upgrade at the cabin? I got something good to show you guys upstairs. Anybody saw the video where I did a small upgrade on my 12 volt stuff up here because I was a little worried about not burning her down? I did it, and there was a reason, because check this bad boy out. This is quite a system right here. My friends from Bluetti reached out here a couple weeks ago and set me up with this, and this is quite a system. This is called the AC300. It's an inverter. This thing is 3,000 watts. Let me get down here so you guys can see me too. This is a 3,000 watt inverter, 6,000 watt surge. They consider this, they call it sort of a portable power station, but this thing is big and burly. This unit's 45 pounds. They're two expansion module batteries is the way they sell these units. This is only an inverter is all it's in this thing, and it's a crazy good quality inverter. These are their new B300K, they're called. They're a 2,764 watt hour battery, and they're expandable. You can run up to 8 batteries on this unit, and again, it's considered a home backup system. I ended up getting one for the cabin here. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure if this is a perfect fit for the cabin or not, and if it's not, it may end up at the house, but we're in testing phases right now, and it's working great. They have a touchscreen display on them. Everything can be done on here, and even better, like everything else nowadays, got a Bluetooth app. But what this thing can do, I've got it hooked up right now that you can see right here. These are MC4 connectors going up to help charge it off my solar array I have outside. What this even has, you see there's another set of connectors here that aren't connected. This actually has 2 built-in, actually MPPT charge controllers inside this thing, and each one can take in 1,200 watts of power to charge it simultaneously, the 2 charge controllers. So, you know, it's not just limited to one, it's actually got dual. I'm only running one side right now, and I've only got about 320 watts of solar panel out there. Right now I'm only getting 69, 70 watts, but you guys can see the display. This is your panel voltage right here. The one below it is DC load. It's showing 12 watts because we have the lights on. This would be if you were grid tied in and getting power off the grid through this. And then your last one is AC load, and there's nothing on it right now. The way this has outputs, this is a 24 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter style plugs. You have to be really careful. This is not 12 volt. This is 24 volt coming out of here for certain applications. This one here, which I'm using to run our lighting off, they call this an RV plug, and they also call it an aviation plug. And this unscrews and pulls out. It's a 2-pin. That's actually a 30 amp 12 volt output. So that's a pretty good output, right? 30 amps. I have that tied in to my little fuse panel you guys can see on the back with the red light on there. That's my new fuse panel. That's my 12 volt side. On the 110 volt side of this, these are all 20 amp max. You have 6 20 amp 110 volt. This is a 30 amp, great big one. Your big 30 amp plug, like for like a travel trailer and all that. You have 4 USBs up here. USBs here, there's more USBs here, there's USB-C here, and even best, this thing, look at this, there's 2 phone charging stations right on the top of it. They connect them together with these great big, they're called an R90, they have their own name for these cables. Like, look at the size of this stuff. She's all heavy duty. And then you have, again, you have your this is your solar panel input. It comes also with your 110 volt. But you can charge it because it's got dual MPPT controllers, and you can charge this up to 2,400 watts of input power coming in through your solar array and have dual arrays. A setup like that would work good for me here because where my solar panels are right now, they're by the brook, and I don't get any sunlight in here, any amount, until probably 11 or 12 o'clock. It'll just start coming around, and I only get it about 2 or 3 hours. If I had an array out in the front field, I'd be getting sun all morning already. And then I could have another array over here in the afternoon to catch sun. We kind of work great that way, but anyways, my problem here all along has been the front field is so far out from the cabin. Even though I get better sun out there, it's not a good place for a solar panel array. Anyways, back to the Bluetti. Very good working unit. I'll show you the app on my phone here, the way it works. But these two battery packs, these are quite the beast, these things here. And again, they're a modular pack. You can run up to 8 of them. So 8 times, 2,764 watt hours. That's a lot of power. You can run your house. And these are more designed for that. Like a weekend power outage, you can run your fridge, you can run your stove, you can run almost everything off of this thing because of the output on it. Okay, here's the app on my phone. It shows you available devices, and you hit that and it brings it in. This is going to give me all real time of what's going on. We get 68 watts coming in of the solar. I don't know if this is blurry or not. I guess you can see it. It's not the greatest. 70 watts coming in. 46% is the average of the two battery packs because it wasn't charged up when we first got it here. 12 watts of DC for my lighting, 0 AC. You can turn your DC and AC on here, and you can down here and check the status of both your battery packs and your battery banks. They're both sitting on standby right now. But this system is amazing. There, we're starting to get 78, 80 watts of production coming in. There you go, guys. The sun's out here now for a little bit. You can see a little better than 60 some watts. It was up. It's peaking at about 250 right now today, which is going to be pretty good input for this machine. That'll help bring her back pretty quick. And as soon as I start to film here, it's kind of funny. Cloud comes over. 150, 170 was peaking right at about 250. That's pretty good for 320 watts of solar panel. That's all I have out there right now, 320. And we're nowhere near the equator, so as you guys would know, that's where they rate them at. But working good, real time. So anyways, in a conclusion on this bad boy, again, it's shout out, thank you so much, Bluetti, for hooking me up with this thing. It's a wonderful unit, a wonderful resource. It's big. It's physically a big friggin' machine, right? It is, that's probably 3 feet tall, all put together here, all assembled. So, but again, geared up more for a power outage at your home. And everybody, oh, I get generators and all this other stuff. I know you do, and I got one myself. Here's the deal. You can sit this thing in your living room, and power all your stuff off it. And this has that big 30 amp plug in that 110. I'm pretty sure you could run a well pump and all that. The 30 amp 110 plug down here, that would be enough. You can run most well pumps. I know a lot are wired at 220, but I think you can change them to 110 if you really had to. In a nutshell, it's working great so far. We're in preliminary testing of this thing. I'm hoping it's not going to disappoint. It's running everything we need to run right now. It's running the fridge fine. And again, 3,000 watt inverter in this bad boy, 6,000 watt surge, and it will take up to 2,400 watts of input DC power to charge it. All kinds of inputs on the side. Another one here is another port. This is AC. Yeah, that's your AC input where you would plug this to charge it if you want to actually plug her off of AC out of your wall at your home. And it has the UPS function. There's 4 different setups on the UPS uninterrupted power supply, they call it. And a lot of people use this stuff as what they call a UPS because if there's ever, people have sensitive equipment on that at their home, and some stuff, if the power shuts down, even flickers for a minute, it can be really hard on it. Things like that, you power through a unit like this for the simple reason that the UPS function on this will kick in any interruption in your power grid will actually replace the power that the grid is missing. So basically you don't have that fluctuation in power at all. It gives you smooth, uninterrupted power supply, and that's why they call it a UPS function. And the Bluetti has that also. Gonna put a link in the description on the video. I want you guys to check this bad boy out and tell me what you think of it. They're not cheap, but they're not built cheap, and it's got a lot of features in it. It's quite a rugged unit, so something to check out for Bluetti. Anyway, Bluetti for the win. Thank you so much, guys, and if nothing else, live simply, remain grateful, and you guys have a good day.